Thanks for joining us for another edition of Weekend Winners. We're back at Albion Park on Saturday night. It's another really strong 10-race program. There's another free-for-all, so it's another opportunity for a local pacer to put their hand up as the countdown continues for ID23. Just over 30 days away now. Turn It Up's the horse in question who steps out on Saturday night in the free-for-all. He's drawn gate 7, but as we all know, he's got that brilliant gate speed, so he'll charge the arm. He'll be looking to go all the way and further cement his claims for ID23. Don't forget, next Saturday night, it's a big night coming up at Albion Park. Q-Bred for Life features, the Peak of the Creek final, and the Be Good Johnny Sprint. That's all in front of us on Saturday week. So this Saturday night is a good program, but it's only just a little entree to what's to come over the next couple of weeks, because next Saturday night is going to be great. December 1, that's when ID23 kicks off. Grand final night, December 16. So there's a lot to look forward to, and there's a lot to look forward to as far as the Queenslanders are concerned as well. Nathan Dawson last week down in Tassie crowned the Australian Drivers' Championship. We've got a runner qualified for the Victoria Trotters Derby. A Queensland-trained trotter has qualified for the Victoria Trotters Derby. So good luck to Tony Vivers, Graham Dwyer and Nathan Dawson with Not As Promised. And a big shout out to Liam McMullen and Trent Letherby, who tasted success last weekend at Menangle. And speaking of Menangle, this weekend, it's Sunday, Super Sunday with their Breeders' Challenge, and there's Queenslanders everywhere down there. So good luck to all the Queenslanders competing on Sunday. Let's focus on Albion Park. We're going to speak with Narissa McMullen and Chloe Butler. Both have good drives coming up. Narissa McMullen joins us to go through her book of drives on Saturday night. Narissa, appreciate the time.
No worries, Chris.
We start in race 1 with horse 2, Tim Z. Now, you're jumping on at the right time, my way of thinking, because all the hard work's been done. He's going super and he lands a good draw. Can he take this race?
I think he can. That was my thoughts, sort of picking to drive him. He's had a few starts back from a long break, and he's been really good in all those, and he comes up with a good draw.
His last 2 runs in particular have been really good. So with gate 2, you've got options. He can run the gate, but you've got options to your outside because there's a few noted sort of go-forward types there.
Yeah, we'll sort of have a look for the front, but, you know, if it's not there, we've got options. He's pretty versatile, so either way, I think he can run a good race.
And it doesn't matter if it's a mile or 2100. He seems to be quite adaptable as far as the distances are concerned.
I think the 2100 will actually probably suit him a little bit better than the mile.
All right. Well, he looks ready to strike, and he comes up with a really good draw. You'll be able to say, thanks, Matt, if you get the victory there on Saturday night after he drove it last week. What about in race 2 with What a Roller? Another one that's going well, but the draw, is that a little tough?
Yeah, I think the draw's going to hurt a little bit. He's probably better when you don't burn him too much early, and just going to depend how far back he ends up.
It's a good quality final, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a pretty strong race and pretty even. He's definitely going to need a bit of luck, but he is going well.
If you do go back, how much early pressure do you require to be a threat at the finish coming down the outside?
Yeah, definitely going to need plenty of speed on for him to get home over the top of him.
Okay. Is Lou's Dream the horse to beat, given that he's got the inside gate?
Yeah, from the draw.
Okay. Well, that's What a Roller going around in race 2. That's that final. Let's go across to race 4, and this is the Open on Saturday night. You're driving better than a rocket. Turn It Up's the class horse. There's no question about that. He's drawn gate 7, so he's likely to charge the arm, look for the lead. Better than a rocket's going well, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's going really good. He's really stepped up of late. Just a bit of a tricky draw, but I'm sure he'll be hitting the line well if there's a bit of speed on.
And with Turn It Up, as I said, the class run. But away from that, it's a really open race if you took Turn It Up out of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so if you go back, he's another one capable of following really good speed and can finish off a good split himself. So you just need that touch of luck.
Yeah.
All right. Race 7, Merry Dancer. This is one of your own runners here on Saturday night. This mare seems to be banging down the door for a win. Will this be her night on Saturday night?
Yeah, she's drawn well. Hopefully I can find the front. Her last start was really good, and she's super consistent. So, yeah, hopefully she can finally break through.
What was the early thought at those 2 runners drawn to your inside? What a journey she reacts.
Hoping they'll both want to take a sit. Yes, I think we've got to force the issue early.
Right. Just looking back at this replay of Merry Dancer from last start, she was really good there. You made that move early. Were you happy with the run last week?
Yeah, I thought it was one of her best runs since I've had her. She was doing all the chasing in quick tempo and finished off well.
So is this a little easier?
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right. Who's the horse to beat? Would it be Winona Ryder, given that she's second up and better drawn?
Yeah, she went good last week, so she's probably the one to beat.
All right. But you're confident Merry Dancer, if she can lead, she's the horse they have to run down?
Exactly, yep.
All right. Race 8, this is the Open Mares, and you're driving Miss Mucho. Now, she was involved in that scrimmage at the top of the straight there last week. She's low-flying, though, this mare, isn't she?
She is. She's super consistent, real lovely mare, and goes well every start. You know, I think she's going to go really close Saturday night. Whenever she drops back to these mares races, she goes really well.
And given the fact that you've got a couple of speedsters drawn to your inside, that's really good news for you, because the harder they go, the stronger she's going to be at the finish, isn't she?
Yeah, exactly. Looks like there could be a bit of speed on early, so if that's the way it plays out, I think she can get home over the top of them.
All right, well, that's Miss Mucho there, race number 8. What about race 9? We're talking about mares that are in super form, Arco. If she's ever going to win one, surely it's Saturday night.
I hope so. You know, there's been a few times where I said surely she can win this week and she hasn't, but hopefully this week's the week. She's going well, and her last start was really good, so yeah, again, I'd sort of like to find the front on her. If she could get to the front, I think she's going to be really hard to run down.
She tries a hard out, this mare, and just on her the last couple of runs, do you drive home frustrated that she hasn't been able to get the win, or do you think next start, it's got to be next start?
I get a little bit frustrated with her, but don't think it's really her fault. She always draws bad. This is the best draw she's had since she's been in Queensland. So
the big question here is rolled in goal drawn 1. Do you think they'll try and hold the lead, or do you think they're looking for cover?
Yeah, that's the big question. Hopefully I can get across it early. She's got a bit of gate speed, Arco, so you know, we'll just burn her early and look for the top.
I'm sure if she wins on Saturday night, there'll be a collective cheer nationwide, because we're all there for her, so hopefully it's going to be her night on Saturday night. She has got the hoof right on the till. That's Arco in race 9. What about in the last? You're driving Global Flight, another one of your own horses here. Speaking of frustrating, has it been frustrating the last 12 months with Global Flight? Yeah, it really has. He's had a few problems and sort of got into a few bad habits. I don't want to jinx him, but hopefully we've got him right finally. Yeah, his last win was a Group 1, and I think his next win will be even more special when he finally gets there, no matter where it is. I tell you what, off those 2 recent trials, that most recent trial, he trialled really well against Better Than Popsy, and he's come out and won first up, so the form line has been franked out of the trial. Yeah, he sort of seems to have his speed back now, so hopefully that's a good sign. But yeah, the main aim is just to get around trotting. Okay, so what's the main issue been with him over the last 12 months? Just a gating issue, or is it just in his head? What is it? It started out with feet problems, but then I think he did get into a bit of a bad habit as well. So just a combination of the two, but yeah, hopefully he's right now. So we've just got to have our fingers and toes crossed that he's comfortable there on Saturday night. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because if he is, he's good enough to win, isn't he? Yeah, he is, yep. Okay. So are we going to pin our faith in Arco? Are we going to nominate her as your best driver on Saturday night? No, I think I'm going to go with Tim Z. I don't want to jinx Arco. Righto, well, hopefully we'll get the cash early. Race 1, number 2, Tim Z. Narissa, as always, really appreciate the time. We'll see you trackside. Thanks, Chris. Chloe Butler jumps in the hot seat to go through her book of drives on Saturday night, and she joins us now. Chloe, appreciate the time. Thanks for having me, Chris. How was the break? Yeah, really good. It done me well. Yeah, I tell you what, since you've come back, there's winners everywhere. Yeah. So it's been a good break for you. Let's go through your drives here on the weekend. Wonderland in race number 1. He finally steps up to Saturday night level. This is probably not the draw that you were hoping for, though. No, definitely not. We knew we would take the risk with the barrier draws, but that's all right. Okay, recent efforts at Redcliffe have been okay. So are you happy with where he's at? Yeah, I couldn't be happy with where he's at. He's one of those you just got to hope for a bit of luck, goes his way, and he'll be right in the finish. All right, that last start 5th, that was a pass mark for you?
Yeah, definitely. Just had absolutely no luck in the race and it was sort of run upside down. So, yeah, we'll just hope for some luck on Saturday night.
All right. Looking at this field, though, on Saturday night, there's probably no standout. Argyle's going really well. Rosberg's going well without luck. So, you know, that's probably a good thing for you that you don't have to worry about the clear favourite. So, if he gets that little bit of luck, can he feature?
I think so. I think if he gets the right luck and a good trip into the race, he'll be right over the top.
And the 2100, that's going to be more to his liking?
I think so. Hopefully they can go hard early and, yeah, we can come over the top.
All right, well, that's Wonderland, race 1, number 10. Let's go across now to race number 5. Here's a good draw, Windy Hill Wally. This seems ideal for him. Good gate, only a mile. He's going to be nice and handy.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get back on him. He's one of my favourite drives. Haven't driven him for a while, so it's good.
Okay, this is the consolation of that NR70 series. His run in the heat, more than okay.
Yeah, he's going really good at the moment. Might not look it on form, but he is going better than it looks.
All right, just looking at that front row, are you starting to sort of scope out who the likely leader's probably most likely going to be?
There's a bit of speed off the front, I think, but he gets out okay, enough to hold his own, but he's one of those you just drive for a bit of luck, so hopefully whoever's there first leads.
All right, so in a perfect world, you'd love to be behind the leader?
Yeah, that would be ideal.
All right, and a heap of speed?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, well, that's Windy Hill Wally there in race number 5. What about race 6, Eurobeat? He was really good last week.
Yeah, he's a really nice horse. We really like him.
Okay. Now, did he surprise you with what he was able to do last week? It was, you know, a challenge there from that draw, but he was able to win and he won with something in hand.
I definitely wasn't shocked the way he went. He's been flying and, yeah, we really like him, like I said, and I think he's got a good future.
Okay. So this is a step up on Saturday night compared to what he beat there last week. How do you think he's going to handle that class rise?
Yeah, I think he should be alright. I think we're just going to have to float back early and just hopefully the mile's probably a bit sticky. You know, they can get running along there over the mile. But I think, yeah, if they do run along hard early and go hard, I think he'll be really hard to beat.
Just looking at those drawn to your inside, surely they're going to put the fireworks on early because you've got, you know, the Grogfather, Away We Go, Lords Arise drawn barrier 1. They'll want to sort of try and protect that inside running. So the harder they go early, the better for you?
Yeah, definitely, I think so.
All right, so could potentially he make it to open class level, this guy?
I honestly think so. You know, he's a real good sit sprinter and he loves finishing. He's really fast, so it wouldn't shock me.
All right, and versatile. Doesn't matter if it's a mile or 2100?
No, I don't think so. He relaxes either way, so I think, yeah, if they have menace, it's a lot easier.
All right, well, that's a good push there for Eurobeat. That's in race number 6. And then let's go to race number 10, the last. Hate It When You're Right goes around in this trot race. He'll start off the front. He's the only horse off the front. What are you expecting?
He's a little bit up in grade as he hasn't been able to get a run on a Tuesday lately, but yeah, look, he should be right. He should be in the finish with the right luck.
Okay, so the fact that he hasn't raced since, early September, it's largely because he just can't get races to stand up?
Yeah, there hasn't been a race stand up for him for a fair while.
All right. So looking at this race, it's probably a little harder than what you were hoping for, but given the fact that he's off the front, it's only 2100. If he steps well, could he, you know, run a bit of a race?
I think so. He's definitely not disappointing us at the moment.
Okay. That last start effort, more than okay by the look of it. In fact, he's put in good effort since he's found his way to your stable.
Yeah, definitely. Every run he's had for us so far has been really good. Yeah, I can't see why he wouldn't run a good place, or hopefully he can even win.
Okay, well, whatever he does on Saturday night, he's going to get fitter, so we'll keep following him.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Which drive are you most looking forward to there on the weekend?
I think I'm going to have to say Eurobeat.
Okay, race 6, number 6, Eurobeat, chasing back-to-back victories. Chloe, as always, really appreciate the time. We'll see you trackside.
Thanks for having me, Chris.
As always, a big thanks to our drivers, Narissa McMullen and Chloe Butler. We wish them all the very best of luck on Saturday night. Time now to find a good thing at this meeting on Saturday night. And I think right in the middle of the program, first leg of the main quaddie, race 5, horse 9, So Serious. This is the up to NR70 consolation. He's got a nice trailing draw. He's going exceptionally well, this horse, and he can put this field away for mine. Race 5, number 9, So Serious. Going to mark him as the best bet. Looking forward to seeing everyone trackside this weekend at Albion Park. 10 races. The first race coming up just after 5:30. We'll see you then.